Body confirmed as missing Frightened Rabbit singer. A body found at a marina on the banks of the Firth of Forth has been confirmed as missing Frightened Rabbit singer Scott Hutchison. The discovery was made at Port Edgar, between the Forth Road Bridge and Queen's Ferry Crossing, at about 20:30 on Thursday. Mr. Hutchison, 36, went missing in the early hours of Wednesday morning. His family said there had been recent concerns about his mental health, and they were devastated by his death. Mr. Hutchison had spoken openly about his battle with depression over the years, with elder brother Neil saying he had done so in an attempt to help other people with similar conditions. Articulate and charismatic. In a statement released on Friday, the family said Mr. Hutchison wore his heart on his sleeve, and that was evident in the lyrics of his music and the content of many of his social media posts. He was passionate, articulate and charismatic, as well as being one of the funniest and kindest people we knew. Friends and family would all agree that he had a brilliant sense of humor and was a great person to be around. The statement added that relatives had remained positive and hopeful that he would walk back through the door, having taken some time away to compose himself. And it described Mr. Hutchison as a wonderful son, brother, uncle and friend who always had time for those he cared for. Depression is a horrendous illness that does not give you any alert or indication as to when it will take hold of you, it added. Scott battled bravely with his own issues for many years and we are immensely proud of him for being so open with his struggles. His willingness to discuss these matters in the public domain undoubtedly raised awareness of mental health issues and gave others confidence and belief to discuss their own issues. If you or someone you know has been affected by mental health problems, these organizations may be able to help. His Frightened Rabbit bandmates released a statement saying, "There are no words to describe the overwhelming sadness and pain that comes with the death of our beloved Scott, but to know he is no longer suffering brings us some comfort." Reading messages of support and hope from those he has helped through his art has helped immensely and we encourage you all to continue doing this. He will be missed by all of us and his absence will always be felt, but he leaves a legacy of hope, kindness and color that will forever be remembered and shared. The singer and guitarist had last been seen on CCTV footage leaving the Dakota Hotel in nearby South Queens Ferry at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. 2 hours earlier, he had tweeted, "Be so good to everyone you love. It's not a given." I'm so annoyed that it's not. I didn't live by that standard and it kills me. Please, hug your loved ones. Shortly afterwards, he added, "I'm away now. Thanks." Frightened Rabbit were formed by Mr. Hutchison and brother Grant on drums. The band released their debut album Sing the Greys in 2006, and went on to release 4 more albums. The brothers also released a critically acclaimed album last month as part of Master System, a supergroup that also included Justin Locke from the band Editors. News of Mr. Hutchison's death sparked tributes from fans and musicians. Snow Patrol singer Gary Lightbody paid tribute on Instagram to one of Scotland's most extraordinary songwriters. He said Mr. Hutchison wrote with such profound insight into loss and longing, and listening to his words always made me feel this heady mix of wonder, elation and pain. That pain that also makes you feel someone understands what you're going through and you don't feel so alone. Frightened Rabbit. Image caption. Frightened Rabbit, pictured here at Glastonbury in 2013, released 5 albums. Franz Ferdinand singer Alex Kapranos tweeted, "Awful news about Scott Hutchison. A terrible loss." Stuart Murdoch, from Belle and Sebastian, wrote, "Tragic news about Scott Hutchison. The whole music community in Scotland was praying for a different outcome." DJ Edith Bowman said, "Can't really believe I'm reading this. Saddest awakening ever." Love and best wishes to all the Hutchison and Frabbit family. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon also tweeted, "Heartbreaking news. My thoughts are with Scott's family, friends and fans. A remarkable and much-loved talent. The musician is originally from Selkirk but had been living in Glasgow." Frightened Rabbit, a band of brothers. Scott Hutchison. Frightened Rabbit were formed with Scott Hutchison on vocals and guitar and his brother Grant on drums, with the band's most recent lineup also featuring Billy Kennedy, Andy Monaghan and Simon Liddell. They released the first of their 5 albums, Sing the Greys, in 2006, with Scott also releasing a solo album called Al John. Scott and Grant had recently formed a new band called Master System, joining forces with Justin Locke from Editors and his brother James, a filmmaker. Their debut album, Dance Music, was released last month. Scott had also hinted at a 6th Frightened Rabbit album being released before the end of the year, saying they had 5 or 6 songs that were coming together. Let it go.